want to do a short video to answer Hollis's question. His question was, why do the military academies run the triple option offense? And initially I thought there may have been a historical aspect to this, but actually it has a whole lot to do with the recruiting aspect more so than anything else, and I'll explain. But first, we need to delve into the recruiting. In 2019, Army, which is this year, 2019 recruiting season, Army is ranked number 99 in recruiting. Air Force, 107 in recruiting. Navy, 124 in recruiting, with none of these teams having 4 or 5-star athletes, just 3-star and below. Also, we got academic requirements for these programs. Air Force doesn't have an exact requirement, but they prefer at least a 830 SAT and a 3.84 GPA. Army, only 11% of applicants are accepted. A composite score of 1350 on the SAT will give an applicant a competitive chance of getting in, along with a 3.73 GPA. Navy, 3.94 GPA and a 1450 SAT to be strongly considered. So what you have here are institutions of higher learning and they're not recruiting football players, they're recruiting guys to further their military agenda and their educational reasons. So we're making gentlemen here to be future politicians, future governors, future senators, lieutenants, all of that. We're not trying to recruit football players here. You know, they're literally getting people in here that may have played football in high school to be on a football team. But here's the issue with that. You have a football team and you still want to win. You still want to be able to compete. That's where the triple option comes in. You don't have the size of some of these other programs because of all the rigorous training and physical aspects of being a military cadet, and physical requirements of being a military cadet does not allow these players to be big players. So traditionally, Air Force, Army, and Navy are going to be smaller teams than the teams that they play. So along with being undersized, not recruiting as well as the other teams on your schedule, you need an equalizer. And that's where the triple option comes in. The triple option is literally an offense used to outflank a defense. The defense is so overwhelmed by all the razzle-dazzle happening in the backfield that if the offense can freeze 2 or 3 defensive players long enough to outflank them to the perimeter, that is what this offense is all about. This offense is not taking these high recruiting teams heads on. They're taking these teams, or taking on these teams, just a couple players at a time. If they can trick the defense long enough for them to escape to the edge of the defense and outnumber just one side of the defense, that's what's happening with this offense. They bring a quarterback around the corner, bring a halfback around the corner, a guard, a wide receiver, and the defense only has 2 or 3 players out there to make a tackle. And there's no way the defense is going to win. Does the triple option work? Are these teams successful running the triple option? Of course they are. 2018, which is last year, Army lost to Oklahoma, number 4 ranked Oklahoma, in OT, 21-28. That is a team that is right at triple digit in recruiting, playing a top 10 recruiter that actually made it to the Final Four. But to make it, they had to beat Army in overtime. 2016, Navy beat Notre Dame 28-27. 2017, Navy beat Virginia in the Military Bowl 49-7. In 2016, Air Force beat Boise State 20-27. That Boise State team was 10-2. They did it again 2015 in 2015. Air Force beat Boise State 37-30. 2019, Air Force beat Colorado, which is this year, beat Colorado 30-23. Citadel, who was actually not mentioned, but the Citadel beat Georgia Tech this year. And you know about Army, because that was a big game. They went toe-to-toe with Michigan in the Big House and went to overtime and fell short in overtime. So, if this offense is so successful, and it obviously bridges the gap between teams that recruit really well and military academies that have all kind of recruiting restrictions, if it obviously helps them out and bridges the gap between these teams, why more teams do not run the triple option? The answer is they do, actually. The triple option was brought back into prominence in the early 2000s to mid 2000s by Urban Meyer, Chip Kelly, and Gus Malzahn. Urban Meyer was able to reel off 3 national championships in a short amount of time using this concept, because why wouldn't you use the same concept that teams that are not as talented as you are, and they're getting away with it, and they're beating teams and competing with teams that are a lot more talented than they are, why wouldn't you apply this to your concept with 4- and 5-star athletes? I mean, it's a no-brainer. And that's what these guys did. Urban Meyer, Chip Kelly, Gus Malzahn. Urban reeled off 3 national championships. Chip Kelly competed with Auburn, where Gus Malzahn was, for a national championship. Gus Malzahn won one with Cam Newton, and I'm giving that credit to Gus Malzahn because he was the offensive coordinator for that Auburn team. The head coach was actually Gene Chizik, but Gene Chizik is a defensive guy. So it was Gus Malzahn's offense, the spread option. It was ran by Cam Newton. So you saw the early success of those programs bringing in the triple option, the new school version of the old triple option that Air Force, Army, and Navy runs out of the wishbone and flexbone. And you see the success of that. And now, today, in modern day football, you see schools all over the country running a variation of this offense to kind of sprinkle in a little wrinkle, a little razzle dazzle there to throw the defense off. So how are these the same? The new school version of the triple option and the old school wishbone, flexbone. What's the concept? Triple option. The wishbone and flexbone option that Air Force, Army, and Navy run. The quarterback is under center. The first option is the fullback. The quarterback takes the ball. He's either going to hand it to the fullback if he has a wide open lane. If he doesn't, he keeps it. He turns around the corner and he reads the defensive end. If the defensive end crashes down on him, then he's going to pitch the ball out to the third option, who in the flexbone and wishbone offense is the wing back or the halfback. He'll pitch it out to this guy, the number 3 option. The quarterback is the second option. If that defensive end decides to take the pitch man, the quarterback will then keep the ball and run upfield. So it's literally 3 plays within a play. In the new school version of the triple option, the spread option, same concept, but the quarterback's in shotgun, and his first option is not the fullback, but an actual halfback beside him. He will either hand it off to that halfback if he has a wide open lane in the middle. If he doesn't, he'll keep it. Still reading the defensive end, just like in the wishbone or flexbone. He reads the defensive end. If the defensive end crashes down on him, he will then pitch the ball. But this time, spread option is a shotgun option. So this time, he's pitching the ball to a slot receiver, a guy that has enough skill to run out and catch a pass, but also double as a running back. And he'll trail the quarterback, and he'll take the pitch as the third option. Of course, that defender runs out there and tries to get on that receiver. then the quarterback would then keep it, run upfield as the second option. Halfback, first option. Quarterback, second option. Third option, the receiver. So it's a magical concept. It's been working for these military academies for years. It evens the playing field, and now everybody wants a piece. I'm coming close to the end of this segment. I hope that answered your question. There is a reference, and I want you to compare one thing to another and see if this doesn't make sense to you. I want you to look the next time Ohio State is on TV, because in my mind, of the teams I've seen, they are the purest spread option team. The next time you see Ohio State, their whole offensive attack is based off the spread option. The next time you see them play, compare them to an Army, Navy, or Air Force with the way they hand the ball off to the running back or fake it to the running back and turn around the corner and have a wide receiver trailing. Compare their attack to an Air Force, Army, and Navy, and you'll be able to tell they're also triple option as well, just like Army, Navy, and Air Force, that the concept was actually borrowed from them and modified. But I hope this answered your question. Thank you so much for asking the question. It's something that I wanted to look into. And hey, don't be afraid to definitely hit us up with more comments and questions about college football. And be sure to catch our next show. Thank you.